people, which is awesome.
Yeah, I brought almost the whole staff with me.
That's pretty cool.
No, I'm a big player of Team Fortress 2 and that stuff. I'm missing the spot.
New UC.
You wait for that CCOM people to come.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get down
One of the kind of theme behind this topic this month has been gaming. And the primary reason has been because when you talk to a lot of people who get into computing, get into Linux, the area that they're doing especially is the fact that you're dealing with open source. And certainly when I got into gaming, one of the things that I enjoyed doing most was modding games and changing games. Like, I remember playing Doom being a classic. And within a sort of few months of Doom coming out, suddenly there were like Simpsons mod.
I can shoot dead bodies out of
yeah.
classes. Make my own maps and that sort of
Cast like dark, you might notice that if you go on. You can change it, you can make it look what you want to look like. You can start modding it, you can kind of change it a lot. Open Arena is kind of a very good example of that. What happened was ID Software open source the code to Quake 1 and Quake 1, 2, and 3. And essentially Open Arena was born from that. So by them releasing the code into the community, they allowed a game like Quake 3 to essentially be replicated onto Linux. So what the fact that we have Open Arena doesn't make up for the fact that there are games coming out on the Windows platform every single day. But the amount that are coming out on Linux is growing. ID are making more and more of an effort. So when their games come out, they try and pull over platforms.
Linux has been competing in the gaming market for like a quarter as long as Windows has. So it's not like Linux is any worse at it. It's just that people have to be putting the effort in.
And there's also the problem of the fact that NVIDIA, for example, doesn't release their drivers to the open source community. So it's very difficult for people to work on
build a house, you build a piece of land, then you build a road between them so you can actually go to your land to do some farming. SimCity. And then you build a city, a metropole, you build something really big, but you have to have fire stations and hospitals, and you have to plan this stuff, It's looking a little bit in advance, and then you can be really successful. So the first thing in that genre was SimCity. By now, you can build
SimCity 2000.
and you can build a whole culture. So you can be an Inca.
The various things going on. I mean, like this, for example, I almost feel grateful to tell you to introduce me to this. I would have never known. I could have lived the rest of my life, and this would have completely gone past me. I would have never have known. But this happened, and
Or a phone number, and then we can plot it on a map and put it on a timeline. Right here, what you see is when that we set up the swine flu outbreak around the world, and you can see all this stuff is these are clusters. They get bigger as there's more items in that area, and here's the timeline where it shows what's happening over time. You can also I won't click on this because I don't think that would be good, but this is where you actually click on it and you can actually sort by what's happening. So what it did was it provided a way for people who didn't have access to the media or people who didn't have access to, for anybody to hear the story about what was happening during the election violence to send their information. And it's been used in a lot of places since then.
Eric, did I see it's being used in the recent Afghan vote?
Yeah, so let me that they weren't. And those were just ordinary people sending in a message. And that was done without any marketing. We didn't have any money for marketing. We were just a bunch of volunteers at the time. So it shows what can be done by just a group of volunteers. What happens then when a large media organization uses it? Well, that's what we found out with Al Jazeera, right? So in January they used this in Gaza, and they had their own stringers within Gaza, and then they
Academic Initiative Uganda. It should be a way for people who are learning Java to learn online and to do exams at reduced rates. I'll give you an example, like Java certification. The latest I have is like, you do Java certification for $40. if you are a member of the Sun Academic Initiative. So those who are interested in it, you contact me and I'll point you in the right direction. But for the moment, it will probably not happen until we are able to go to Kamwacha. I mean, until the internet is back. We
It's old. Three younger siblings. You remember this game?